You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Nope.
Backlog boys.
No, probably not. Story.
Tell me, Vaughn.
Friend Ward. Shout outs to Ward if he's listening. But first off, he was also the friend who...
Shoutouts to those of you that are listening.
Yes, definitely. 'Cause we love you. We're glad you're along for this long ride.
Holy mo.
Holy mo. So Ward was like... Ward and I got confused by teachers a lot. Like, they would think...
For each other?
Yeah, they would call him Vaughn and they would call me Ward because we were both in orchestra and we were both in like IB classes. I don't know if do you know what IB is?
No.
It's like advanced placement except different.
Okay.
You know what advanced placement is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like that except
different how?
It's like advanced placement on steroids, pretty much.
So like
where like it's not like just one class that you take that way, but like a whole program that's like all the classes are kind of like integrated.
So what you're saying is everybody that's not you and Ward is a freaking idiot.
No, I'm saying like, so we were in a lot of the same classes, or like, so a teacher would have both of us in their classes, but maybe different hours, because we were taking we took the same classes. We were in the same program. We took the same classes.
But not at the same time.
That was not like a dig on people who don't take advanced placement or whatever class or honors or whatever. So like he would always get confused for me, I would always get confused for him, and we hated it. Oh, we also both played tennis. Nice. But one day in orchestra, Ward, who sometimes put in less than optimal effort into orchestra.
Okay.
He one day had headphones in while in orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like blasting music while we were rehearsing.
Okay.
Blasting, like to the point where everyone in the orchestra could hear the headphones, like, or hear, leaking out of the headphones his music.
How is he listening to music while rehearsing different music?
I don't know.
That's impressive.
But the band teacher was working with us that day because we were doing like full orchestra stuff, which meant we had like all the band students too.
Okay.
And he was with us, and he like didn't say anything about it. He just like gave him one weird look, and then like didn't point it out, didn't tell him to stop, and just like went on with rehearsal for like an hour.
Do you think it was because he
just blasting music?
Do you think it was because he like didn't know what to do?
I don't know.
Did he just not care?
I don't know. But like it was clearly disruptive. Like
yeah.
Like it was like trying to rehearse next to like a car booming stereo outside the room, like where you just can't, like it had to have been, I don't remember it exactly, but it had to have been like impossible to focus for anyone in the front row. But like he was just blasting music, and
was
like, he just didn't care.
He just didn't care.
He didn't give a damn.
Wow. How old were you guys?
Oh, this was high school.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like 9th grade or 10th grade.
Okay.
Probably 10th. But Ward was notorious for sometimes just not caring.
What a badass.
Yeah.
/ jackass.
He also is, I think he's a black belt.
Oh, really?
So he actually is kind of a badass. A little bit. But I would never publicly disclose that to him. Because we're always kind of like in quiet competition.
You kind of just did.
Well, but maybe he's not watching. But we're always kind of since we were always confused, we were in like a quiet competition with each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's probably the most disruptive I'd ever seen anyone in like a classroom environment where he was where he just didn't care.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And just because it was like in a rehearsal, which was usually, everyone's like super reverent of rehearsal time.
Yeah.
And the conductor. But you were a bad boy sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. Well, yesterday we were talking about some friends I had in school that used to goof off and play pinball. Well, I used to goof off and play games in glass too, and it got to a ridiculous level in high school. Because as we were saying, emulators had gotten pretty popular. and so everybody and their dog, even people who like weren't really gamers, were kind of messing around with them because they thought it was neat. And I remember my same buddy, the same buddy who got in trouble for playing pinball, you know, in middle school. Yeah, years later, we're in high school, and now a lot more people bring their computers to class because they want to goof off too. And there was a lot of teachers that didn't allow computers because they just knew that nobody was actually doing work. I'm surprised more didn't actually. Man, this guy takes so much WHP. It is insane.
It is crazy.
But I would bring this crappy laptop that I had, probably my first laptop, and I would play. My buddy was playing Earthbound, and I had never played it all the way through, and I was like, man, I really need to do that. I need to play that game. Look at all the chests in this room. Holy moly.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my, in one corner.
Yeah, there's 3 over here. And so I was like, oh, I should play that too. And I had just got
Bishop's Garden is Horde.
I had just gotten a controller adapter, a USB controller adapter. So, and this was the class that I was so disruptive in that they had moved me to the back of the room to my own little desk so that I wasn't near anyone. Because whoever they'd put me next to, I would just talk to them and like laugh and like make them laugh and like just distract them and myself. And they were just like, you can't do that anymore. So they would just take me away from all the people and move me really far away. So I was in the back of the room, which means that no one's behind me. You know, what's behind me is like a window to the parking lot. So
no one would see what you're doing.
No one would be able to see what was on my screen. Whereas this other guy's trying to play Earthbound in like the front row. So he's got to be super sneaky about it and like have like a panic button and all this kind of stuff. And I'm
to like go to another screen, or something. Have
and
another tab open.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back row, the way behind the back row, and I've got my own little like big desk that's like wider than a normal desk. It was like an actual desk, and here I am playing Earthbound or maybe like Final Fantasy VI with a legit Super Nintendo controller. Plugged into an adapter, like a real brought from home Super Nintendo controller from a Super Nintendo, not like a knockoff. And I'd even like turn my sound up a little bit because I was that far away to where like nobody would hear it unless we were like taking a test. And I'm just chilling in the back of the room, playing some Super Nintendo, and people and everybody knew except for the teacher, and they were just like, "Fuck you, dude," And there was another time when the PSP was current.
Ooh.
And you could play over local wireless. There was this kid that was in my grade. This would have been freshman year, and he was a total ass. He was like so annoying, and like
nice.
I didn't like him at all. But he had a PSP and I had a PSP, and I was like, hey, you should get this game that I'm playing that you probably wouldn't like at all, but I need someone to play with. And so he bought it, and we would play over local wireless because we had that class together. So I would sit back there at that desk and just like put my PSP behind my backpack, and we would just play this like hack and slash game. It got ridiculous.
Wow.
I can't believe I never got caught, actually. There was even one time where he got caught. Like, not... What do I want to get rid of here?
A fish?
I don't... No, this fish sells for a lot. I'll get rid of the bomb nuts. He didn't get caught playing the game, but he got caught, like, doing something else. Or, like, he had, like, his backpack on top of his desk, and the teacher was like, move your backpack, I can't even see you. You know?
Oh, and then did he call you out?
And then he called me out because he couldn't play anymore. And he was literally like, he's playing his PSP in class. He's playing his PSP over there. And literally all I had to do was just like put it in sleep mode and put it in my backpack. And I'm just like,
what are you talking about, dude?
I'm gonna play on my PSP. And he was, oh, what a jerk. Those were some times. Just cranking out some PSP.
Yeah, the PSP, you know.
Top system.
Yeah.
We've said it once, we'll say it again.
Best system ever.
Best platform.
I enjoyed my time on the PSP though.
Oh yeah,
I had a
absolutely.
lot of fun.
And I still like to bust it out every once in a while for all the homebrew stuff.
I need to get a new thumb.
Oh, that's right. You said your thumbstick came off.
Or
Or like the cover.
And I suffered with it for a while,
Yeah.
where it was like just the nub.
That's
And like I would have like an indent in my finger from playing for a while.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
Also, you could play Kingdom of Paradise for a 8th time.
Yeah. Dude, I did beat that. I beat that game out multiple times.
That's pretty sad.
No, so we can play on the show.
No. we already determined that PSP capture is incredibly difficult.
But not impossible.
Way back in the day.
Also, if there's a will, there's a way.
You're right.
Austin hates this game, if you don't know. I think he just played it for like 5 minutes and then decided it was trash.
Let's be more
The opening
accurate.
of the game's not great, Austin. I'll give you that.
Let me be more accurate. I hated the game. I don't hate it now. I don't remember hardly anything about it. I just remember that I played it and was just like completely turned off by it.
It's actually a pretty good game.
And I sent it back to GameFly or whatever.
I guarantee I wouldn't... Because I beat it at least once as a teenager, and I guarantee I didn't have that bad of taste in games as a teenager.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better than now, or?
Hey, now.
No, your taste in games is pretty alright. You know, we were talking about this before we started our session today. We need a
new Vaughn game.
We need another Vaughn series.
We need to watch me be bad at games.
It's been a little while. We got spoiled there when we had Boys Wars and Twine and Twilight Princess all going at the same time.
Dude, everyone could watch my high-level tech.
Vaughn ruled the channel for a while.
I did. That's king.
Until Boys Wars ended.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need another one, man. We gotta.
We do, yeah. Well,
I guess we got some options.
Are we open to suggestions? Do we be open?
Well, we're always open to suggestions.
We'll take suggestions, folks.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter. I mean, obviously, if we don't have the game,
then we'll
it's going to be
unless it's easy to find,
kind of difficult
or something.
But yeah,
But
holy crap!
There are some games that are really not easy to find.
We got to sell some stuff.
We do. What is this? Season 3 with the bag getting full? Or what?
I don't even know what to do right now. Is anyone low on health
Or maybe water?
repair? Let's heal charms. That's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Even though there's water right over there. Ah, we did need that key. Okay.
Alrighty. So you're gonna get those guys down there?
Oop, oop. Yeah, I gotta go down here because gotta complete the floor, you know?
But yeah, I promise you that Kingdom of Paradise was not as bad as you probably thought it was.
Okay.
Dude, I beat the game. Twice. At least twice.
Why does you
Probably 3
beating it
times.
mean that it's not a crappy game?
Because...
Why does that automatically validate it?
Because there's a game on this shelf that I can tell you for a fact is really bad, and then my detector went off when I started playing it.
Yeah?
And that it did not go off at any point. I mean, yeah, I guess
That just means that you liked it.
Yeah.
There are games
So it's
that,
not I guarantee it's not categorically bad.
I mean, there are games that people consider categorically bad that I really like.
Such as...
Dude, we're playing Dark Cloud right now. You know how many
Fair
people
enough.
you know how many people would play this game and be like, "Wow, this game is dumb. It's garbage."
A lot.
Yeah.
But how many of them are
Plebs.
COD BF9 players?
Tomorrow on the boys.
Shots fired.
Call the medic.
Yep.